My name is Mike Phillips, and I am part of the System Development Unit that is working on the borderless network solutions. And Srinivas and I are going to talk today about, what are we going to talk about, Srinivas?
We are going to talk about a process which is very critical to this design guide, which is basically to do a bulk import of large number of UDIDs. UDID is an identifier for the iOS devices, which basically tells us whether that particular it basically ties in a user to the device. And in this authorization table, we are basically matching whether the common name present in the cert is basically an UDID which is authorized. So we're going to talk about how to do a bulk import of these UDIDs into the authorization table.
Yes, so in some instances, organizations would have very large numbers of these, and inputting them by hand becomes quite impractical. So what we're going to do then is make a list of large numbers of these in, let's say, a CSV file format here. Get that CS, there it is. Okay, so we took, these are actual full-length UDIDs. They're fixed known value lengths, and we just took a sample one and changed the last number and letter on a few different lines here. So each line contains a unique UDID value, and you could maintain and manage this in a spreadsheet or some other format. And then what we're going to do is use an open source program called Sakuli, which will open this file up and read each of the lines and treat them as the values as they were going to be input manually in an automated form. So Sakuli is going to automate all the keyboard and mouse functions for us to type all these in here. And essentially what it's going to do is it's going to duplicate the first line up the top here, which would then insert it underneath. And when we run it, you'll see it's going to essentially overwrite the previous value that was in here before. So we'll end up reading through the whole CSV file. And if you look at this file has, what do we have?
5 entries.
About 5 different entries in here that we're going to use. So really all the program does is automate the functions of the administrator that the administrator would go through by looking for the fields. So it looks for the common certificate name. It opens it up by hitting the plus key, looks for the field where it's going to input it in. It erases it by selecting the whole value in the field, deletes it, and then pastes the new value in. And it does this in a loop. So however long your CSV file is, it's going to go ahead and do all the functions for you. So we'll go ahead and show you how this works. It's only 15 lines of code. It's just an example of how we did it, because it made our lives easier. We only have 5 values in here, but I would imagine if you had a lot, that it would get kind of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the run button here and bring Firefox back up. We did have to see why now.
Why again on that? Okay.
Can be a little touchy, so you got to kind of know what you're doing. So at this point, it's opened the file, and the first value there is 0A. So it's pasted that value, and then we're going to duplicate that top line there, and we'll overwrite that one with the next line, which is 01, I believe. Let's see, we've done this a few times. So now we have 0A and 01. We'll duplicate the top line again, and we found it easier to actually push the values down than try to find the bottom with the scroll bar. So this was kind of our solution for making a proper looking UI environment. So now we have 0A, 01, 0C. Duplicate the top value again and overwrite it. This is all hands-free. We're not touching the keyboard. I know you can't see it, but so there's the 4th entry, which is 03, and then the final one here. Makes our lives easier. We're gonna let these other 10,000 entries go here. We'll see you at the end of the video. Enjoy. And it does one final little duplicate at the end that doesn't fulfill anything. But how would we wrap this up?
I think the best thing out of the solution is this idea is like not only you can add as many entries as you can, and it helps in saving a lot of time in doing this large entry.
Very cool.